I climb the stairs up to my room, but no one meets me in the gloom. The silence tells me she is gone. Just call me lonesome from now on. These walls will hide me when I cry, and hope that heaven lets me die. What good is life when hope is gone? Just call me lonesome from now on. I pray my memory at last will fade into the distant past. If I must live and love alone, just call me lonesome from now on. A group of jolly cowboys discussing plans at ease says one, I'll tell you something, boys, if you will listen, please. I'm an old cowpuncher, and here I'm dressed in rags. I used to be a tough one, boys, and go on great big jags. But I've got a home, boys, a good one you all know, although I haven't seen it since long, long ago. I'm going back to Dixie once more to see them all. I'm going to see my mother when the work's all done this fall. After the roundup's over, after the shipping's done, I'm going right straight home, boys, for all my money's gone. I've changed my ways, boys, no more will I fall. And I'm going home, boys, when the work's all done this fall. That very night this cowboy went out to stand his guard. The night was dark and cloudy, storming very hard. The cattle, they got frightened and rushed in wild stampede. The cowboy tried to head them while riding at full speed. While riding in the darkness, so loudly did he shout, trying his best to head them and turn the herd about. His saddle horse did stumble, and on him did he fall. Poor boy won't see his mother when the work's all done this fall. His body was so mangled, the boys all thought him dead. They picked him up so gently and laid him on a bed. He opened wide his blue eyes and looking all around, he mentioned to his comrades to sit near him on the ground. Bill, you may have my saddle. George, you may take my bed. Jack, you can have my pistol after I'm dead. Boys, think of me kindly when you look upon them all, for I'll not see my mother when the work's all done this fall. Poor Charlie was buried at sunrise, no tombstone at his head, nothing but a little board, and this is what it said. Charlie died at daybreak, he died from a fall. Poor boy won't see his mother when the work's all done this fall. Little Joe the wrangler, he'll wrangle nevermore. His days with the remuda, they are o'er. Was a year ago last April, he rode up to our camp, just a little Texas stray and all alone. It is late in the evening, he rode up to our herd, on a little Texas pony he called Shaw. With his brogan shoes and overalls, a tougher looking kid you never in your life before had saw. His saddle was a Texas cack built many years ago, with an OK spur on one foot lightly swung. His hot roll in a cotton sack was loosely tied behind, and his canteen from his saddle horn was swung. He said he had to leave his home, his pa had married twice, and his new ma whipped him every day or two. So he saddled up old Shaw one day and lit a shuck this way, and now he's trying to paddle his own canoe. If we'd give him work, he'd do the best he could, though he didn't know straight up about a cow. So the boss, he cut him out a mount, kindly put him on, for he sorta liked this little kid somehow. He learned to wrangle horses and try to know 'em all, and he'd get 'em in at daybreak if he could, to follow the old chuck wagon and always hitch the team and help the coaxin' near old Russell Wood. We'd driven to the Pecos, the weather being fine. We camped on the south side of a bend. When a norther started blowing, we doubled up our guard, for it taken all of us to hold 'em in. Little Joe the wrangler was called out with the rest, though the kid had scarcely reached the herd, when the cattle lay stampeded like a hailstorm they fled, and we were all a-riding for the lead. Midst the streaks of lightning, we saw him in the lead, 'twas little Joe the wrangler in the lead. He was riding old Blue Rocket with a slicker o'er his head, trying to check the cattle in their speed. At last we got 'em milling and kinda quieted down. The extra guard back to the wagon well. There was one cowboy a-missing, we knew it at a glance. 'Twas our little Texas stray, poor Wrangler Joe. Next morning, just at daybreak, we found where Rocket fell, down in the washout 20 feet below. Beneath his horse, smashed to a pulp, his spurs had rung his knell, was our little Texas stray, poor Wrangler Joe. Let me dream of another morning and a time so long ago, when the sweet magnolias blossomed, cotton fields were white as snow. Catfish John was a river hobo, and he lived by the river bend. Thinking back, I still remember I was proud to be his friend. Mama said, don't go near that river, don't go hanging around old Catfish John. But come the morning, I'd always be there, walking in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. Born a slave in the town of Vicksburg, traded for a chestnut mare. Still he never spoke in anger, though his load was hard to bear. Mama said, don't go near that river, don't go hanging around old Catfish John. But come the morning, I'd always be there, walking in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. Let me dream of another morning and a time so long ago, when the sweet magnolias blossomed, cotton fields were white as snow.